Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm going to be talking about the 2018 K-pop awards season. I wanted to wait until they were all over to speak about it since there were so many. I only covered the award ceremonies I watched / were relatively interested in, so if you are wondering why some are missing, that's probably why. First, I'll start with the first award show I watched, AAA, or the Asian Artist Awards. Absolute trash. The only group that went that I cared about was GOT7, and they performed well, but I noticed for them, as well as other artists, the camera work was garbage and the stages were nothing special. It was just normal performances of songs. It did nothing for me. Also, the awards themselves were lame. Literally, almost every artist got an award, some of which I had no idea what they were. They seemed like they literally just made them up like an hour before the show, but I digress. All in all, it was a flop show, not even worth mentioning, not even barely worth talking about, so we're just gonna move on. Next, the MGA Awards. None of my faves went, so I wasn't really that invested to begin with, but after the awards, there was the whole drama with Momoland laughing at BTS, which turned into a huge deal. Momoland even had to turn off their Instagram comments because so many armies were sending them hate. And altogether, to me, the video of them laughing didn't even really look like they were doing anything. You couldn't even tell what they were doing because the video people were referring to looked like it was shot on like a toaster or something. You couldn't even see, so I don't know why people were so upset. But anyways, it seemed like really fake controversy. Like people really made something out of nothing. And all in all, MJ just didn't do anything for me. It was just messy all around. So that also was a flop. Okay, the next big one, the Mamas. I made a video about a month prior about Mnet and like their snake behavior and the illegal voting that happened last year, and that now YG and SM groups didn't attend the show. So again, I was just watching for GOT7, and they did not disappoint. 10 times better than watching the AAA Awards performance. Overall, the Mamas were very boring for me. I thought the performances were good, but I just wasn't as invested. The show had lower TV ratings than last year, but had most people watching through VLive and YouTube. So without the international fans, the show definitely would have tanked. It borderline did already. Even at the pre-shows in like Korea and Japan, even though YG and SM artists didn't attend, they still had performances of their songs, which I thought was just hilarious. But I mean, yeah, the Mamas didn't do anything for me. No. Yeah, no. Next, the Melon Music Awards, the first show Blackpink attended, so I was definitely hyped up for this one. I think I have to say MMAs are in the top 3 award ceremonies of the season for me, for a couple reasons. First, Melon Music Awards had both iKON and Blackpink, and also just from the past, I've always liked the MMA performances. And y'all do not know how lit I was when Love Scenario won Song of the Year. It was so deserved, and iKON were so happy. Also, BI won Songwriter of the Year. Like, finally, people were, like, putting respect on iKON's name. I was so happy. The performance of Love Scenario was also so beautiful, too. Check it out if you haven't. Anyways, I was bothered by Blackpink's performance. YG literally gave them nothing. It was just a 5-minute performance of doo-doo-doo-doo, and their outfits were literally falling apart while performing, but they all literally killed it still. Hopefully 2019 will be better. I don't know, but I liked MMA for the most part. I did. SBS Music Awards were my favorite by far. First, Blackpink were given a proper stage with Jennie's solo performance, Doo 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 Doo, and Forever Young. I loved it so much all around. They all looked gorgeous. They all did so amazing. One of their best live performances ever. Mino and Winner with their songs were amazing. Trigger is one of my favorite songs off of Mino's solo album, and Millions is just such a good single. I love seeing it live. And Mino also had one of the highest viewership ratings for the whole show, and I was like super proud of that. And then GOT7, They had one of the loudest fan chants of the entire night, and they had actually like the third most seats for the fans at that show, and they were like so surprised and so happy. It was just such a good show all around. I also like the Queen's special stage. I thought that was really good with Sung Yoon and JB and just like everyone else. They did great. All in all, SBS Gayo Daejun was a success. As for the rest of the Gaios, I guess you'd call them, I'll just lump them all together right here. They just felt rushed, in my opinion. Not rushed, but I hate that they were practically all back to back, giving the idols like no time to rest. It was just like Christmas, New Year's, like they were all just like next to each other. And also, it was nothing was very show stopping for me. I mean, I know the special stages were like pretty fire, especially the JYP one, but like the one that I was actually like looking forward to, like the Flower Road one, it just wasn't it for me. I don't know. But anyways, the Golden Disc Awards had Blackpink and Jennie solo again, so obviously I had to tune in. It wasn't as amazing as the SBS performance, but they still did really great. I think the big thing at GDA was the whole Idol and the mosque controversy, which I wanted to talk about. So basically, what happened during Idol's performance, they had a mosque and Islamic imagery for their performance background aesthetic, which a lot of fans who were Muslim were bothered by. Now, the deal here was that fans were unsure whether to point the finger at Cube or GDA or the group themselves. At first, people blamed Cube because they figured rookies wouldn't have control in their own performance sets, but someone brought up an old interview where the leader, Soyeon, said that they are allowed to have input on concepts and styling and that they've wanted to do an ethnic concept for a while, so there was that. But then also there were photos of the group sitting not during their performance during the award ceremony, and the backdrop is still there of the mosque, so people were thinking that it could have been chosen by GDA. Golden Disc Awards. Either way, I know that a lot of people were rightly upset since the whole situation was very culturally insensitive. Whether or not you care about this or you agree necessarily that it was a bad thing, using religious imagery purely for aesthetic just isn't it. I mean, it's been done a lot in K-pop. And you know what, not even just in K-pop. It's been done a lot in just a lot of insensitive artists' performances. And I doubt we'll hear any statements on the issue since I don't think Korea or K-Nets really care about issues like this. But I think it's still important to talk about. And there's already a lot of people who are Muslim like opinions on it that you can go check out. I know a lot of people have been talking about it online. So I just want to say my piece on it. And last but not least, the Gaon Music Awards. I wasn't even going to watch the Gaon Music Awards, but I like woke up in the morning and like Icon were like trending like crazy at the award show. And I just saw, and there were so many iconics there, and like Icon was just celebrated so much. So I think that was just great. And Blackpink performed there. Jennie performed solo where she shaded Dispatch. Obviously, I loved it. And you know what? Wherever there's Blackpink and Red Velvet, I'm here for it. The Gaon Music Awards were a win for me. Also, Flower Road won another award. Like, just Queen Flower Road getting its recognition. Love that. The only major show left are the Korean Music Awards in like a month, but since the majority of shows are over, I decided to just review them now. Even though I did like some of the shows this season, the entire thing was just exhausting. This year made me realize how much I hate the K-pop award show season. I mainly hate it for two reasons. One, the fan wars and the voting drama. This is probably the most tensest and most annoying time for stans ever during the year. Everyone's fighting, everyone's just being stupid. Everyone knows K-pop is barely about the music and more for ratings, popularity, numbers, stuff like that. And people get very hostile during this time. It's just annoying. And next, I hate how close together all the award shows are. Literally every show happens within 4 weeks of each other, and it's so annoying and frustrating because it just tires out the idols very quickly, and two, you just see them perform the same songs over and over and over again. Like, at least in America, it's pretty spread out. Like, the VMAs are in August, then the AMAs are in November, then the Grammys are in February, then the BBMAs are in May. It's all spread out, so there can be different artists with different songs released during different times of the year, and there's more variety. Since K-pop awards are so close together, we see the same artists perform the same songs over and over again. And also, since they're so close together, they all have the same criteria period. So all of the same music is put against each other. So all of the same people win. So how good can award shows be if it's literally the same artists performing the same songs who keep winning the same awards each time? It's just ridiculous to me, and it just makes it super repetitive and boring. There's also smaller reasons I dislike the shows that, I mean, they're not really that important. Like, first, the artist zones are literally useless since the artists are so stiff and literally just sit there and don't do anything. I mean, I understand why they're like that because fans are actually, like, crazy. And, like, literally, like, one look or one glance can, like, send people fucking insane. I mean, we just learned that with, like, the Momoland thing or whatever. But I think that some of the most like popular / iconic moments from like Western award shows are the reactions from the celebrities. So it's like, what's the point of an artist zone if no one's gonna react? I don't know. In conclusion, next year, unless my faves are attending a show, I'm literally just gonna hibernate during the award season. It's not worth the stress and the drama. Yeah, truly. All right. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.